It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. And coming right up, we'll see the Utah Jazz playing against the Los Angeles Lakers at Staples Center. And for Los Angeles, they were swept by this team last season, losing all 3 games they played against them. So they'll be motivated tonight. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
Yeah, well, credit the people running those franchises. Always look to improve. That's what you have to do if you're a franchise head. You can't just sit back and say, hey, we're going to accept this mediocrity.
No matter what your record is.
No question.
No, the season is a marathon, not a sprint. Lots of
ups, let me write that one
downs.
down.
Just keep trusting yourself.
The season is a marathon.
Not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
And then make sure you put Shaq-Stradamus.
Shaq-Stradamus.
Did you actually make that up?
Something that was already said many moons
came
ago.
Off the top
I've
of the
never
head.
heard
And you're
that
acting
before.
like it's your original thought.
It is my original
I've never heard
It's
that
not a
before.
marathon, it's a sprint. Yeah, get away.
Who said that before? I've never heard that.
Oh,
I got one for you, Ernie.
What's that?
E equals MC tripled.
ah.
I've never heard that either.
No, nobody has ever said that either.
Think about it, though.
I've thought about it all I want.
I did the math. It doesn't work.
Everyone is in their seats here at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles as the Los Angeles Lakers look to grab a win on the home floor. Along with Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. And what an honor for us tonight to bring to you the greatest Laker perhaps of all time, Kobe Bryant. Kobe, so great to have you with us courtside tonight.
Oh, thank you, man. The pleasure is all mine. And I always like to stop by and spend time with you guys.
Well, this is going to be fun tonight.
Sure is.
So for the Lakers, their last game a win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And they put it all together in that game. It added up to a phenomenal win.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
Well, sometimes the away games brings guys together. It's you versus the world in that situation.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, Lonzo Ball knew the Lakers needed a leader, and he thought he could fill that hole. He said a lot of it is natural. I think you're either born a leader or you're not. Now, the Ball family does not shy away from controversy, and it didn't last season either. So none of us know exactly where this is all going to end up. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And they say the capacity for work is one of the great indicators for an NBA prospect. That motivation. Kobe, I can't believe you had a lot of trouble being motivated, knowing the way you are, the way you're wired.
Well, you just got to find what makes you tick.
Right.
Right? And sometimes it's harder for players to look internally and figure out what that is. And so as coaches or teachers or parents, it's our responsibility to find what that is in our children or players or students and bring it out of them.
Well said. And so off the tip, it's Utah. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So on the floor for Utah, Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. Exum and Mitchell, the guard tandem. And it's Crowder in at the 3 slot. Now here's Crowder, 4 on the shot clock. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's Ball. Out to Kuzma. And the 3 off target. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for Utah. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
Favors can't get it to go. Now here's Ball. D right on him. Kicks to LeBron. That's tipped. Stolen by Exum. Now the pass to Mitchell. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play.
One shot.
Can't emphasize this enough. This is the way Mitchell's got to play to give this team its best chance.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw of the evening. Free throw dropped for Mitchell. Let's talk about something that I know fascinates basketball fans, Kobe, having that competitive streak, which is something that runs deep for you. Talk about the desire to dominate and completely destroy your opponent.
Well, it's the spirit of competition, right? I don't think you're doing anybody any service by going out there and competing half-hearted. Right? If you truly respect the person that you're facing, then the right thing to do is to compete as hard as you possibly can against them to bring the best out of them. And that's on both ends of the floor. You can't be a one-way dominant player. You can't just compete on the offensive end and take it off on the defensive end. You got to play both sides of the ball.
Your motor never stopped. I mean, that's from our perspective on the sideline, watching you play on both ends of the floor, like you said.
Yeah, you got to keep going. And to do that, you have to train really, really hard in the off-season. Yeah, that's a lot of conditioning. It's a lot of weight training, right? You have to train in extraordinary ways in order to do extraordinary things.
And at 6'6", Ball, very similar to Jason Kidd in terms of the vision that he plays the game with. His IQ is off the charts.
First trip to the line for him here.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. For Utah, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Exum passes to Gobert. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And it's Favors that time on the assist by Gobert.
And while Favors has developed his outside shot, right there in the paint is his comfort zone.
James against Crowder. Passes to Kuzma. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Derek Favors. And Kobe, you think about playing the game. You don't miss the physical side of it, but I know the mental side was so big for you, especially as your career went on.
Well, yeah. Well, every season was a new puzzle, right? So it's, as a leader of the team, it's not so much about yourself. You have to put that to the side and think about how to put together the puzzle for your teammates. How do you put them in the situation where they're reaching their max potential?
Yes.
Right? That's what gets the championship done. So every season is exciting because the puzzle is new, right? The emotions, the goals that your teammates have are all new. And so you have to figure out how can you put them in the best possible position to be successful and in turn help us win a championship.
That's a great explanation. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Derek Favors. Exum with it. Mitchell outside. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play. This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one. Free throw dropped for Mitchell.
In a short time span, I'm amazed at how far Donovan Mitchell's come. He has very few weaknesses for a young player.
Now here's James. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way.
Here's Exum after the basket by Los Angeles. Pass to Mitchell. He kicks to Crowder. Back to Mitchell. Rebound the Lakers. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Missed the shot. He's made 3 and missed 3 from the field. And Kobe, one of your trademarks, the fadeaway jumper. It's so effective because it's unguardable.
Can't guard it. I remember playing against Eric Snow in the Sixers one time in Philadelphia, who was a really great defensive player. And I took him down the post, and I turned around, and I hit a fall away. And running back up the court, he was like, man, if you're going to make that, man, it's just, I just got to put my hand up. If you're going to make that shot, God bless you. And I said, well, then God bless me, because I practiced that shot thousands of times, so thank you.
And he was a good defender.
He's a great defender.
Yes.
But those fadeaway shots, players are just used to putting their hand up. But if you just put a hand up, and these are shots that I take thousands of times, we just got to hope I miss it.
And you didn't.
No, not that one.
Credit the vision of LeBron. Leave even one guy open, he'll find him.
Ingles dishes to Mitchell. James against Crowder. 5 on the clock. He can't hit that time. And the Lakers take it the other way. Hart the pass to James. That evens the score. James has got 6.
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective with his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
Now Exum. He is still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Gobert. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Rudy Gobert getting it done off contact. Love the increase in his focus on the offensive end.
Now here's James. Pass to McGee. Ball with a wide open look. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so it's Exum with it. He'll bring it up for Utah. Outer dishes to Mitchell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 10 points for him.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
The reason why is you like to get value every time down the floor, but that does take a lot of discipline.
After 20 years in the NBA, Kobe, you were able to play with so many people. Who is most like you among guys you played with, who you would have said, this guy is like-minded? Like would Derek Fisher fit that category?
Yeah, D-Fish was tough.
Yeah.
D-Fish was tough. Adam Morrison, actually, believe it or not.
No kidding.
Adam Morrison. It made
Really?
practices, it drove us because he was competitive in practice. I mean, he tried to play defense. I mean, he couldn't move laterally with the athleticism that most players could. But he was competing hard every single day, man. And he had a lot of competitiveness
You
and
like
fire
that?
in him. Oh, yeah. My whole team was built like that. We had a lot of guys that were temperamental. A lot of temperamental guys that you look at and say, you know what? You're not going to win a championship with that group. And we sit back and we laugh to this day. Like Shannon Brown and I will get together and we'll talk about the old days.
Yeah.
And we'll just look at each other and say, can you believe we won a championship with a bunch of misfits?
But collectively, I guess, right, there was something that obviously worked.
Yeah, we're all crazy.
Yeah.
And so, when you take a bunch of crazy and you focus it on one thing, it tends to work out.
There it is, yeah.
There it is.
Another ring.
Yeah.
It's stolen by Gobert. Crowder goes in. Back to Mitchell. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's foul number 2 for him.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for JaVale McGee. Brandon Ingram comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Hart. And a switcher also for Utah. Cephalosha's checked in, and Gobert kicks to Ingles. Shot clock at 6. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Cephalosha's shot is good.
I like that play by Joe Ingles. Doesn't have anything he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Rondo bounce pass. And that's a foul. It's called on Thabo Cephalosha. That is his first foul of the game. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Ball. Udo's checked in for Utah. Alec Burks comes in for Mitchell. Zubac finds Rondo. Ingram outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, no good by the Lakers. Utah leading by 6. Kobe, you're so decorated in every way individually and as a teammate with the 5 championships. Of all the things, the All-Star games, the All-Defense, all the individual things you've accomplished, what is the one thing you might cherish? And you may have alluded to it with the championships, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but at the end of the day, is that the one thing above everything else that you covet?
No. You know, the fact that I can look in the mirror and honestly say I gave everything to the game. Right?
That was obvious.
That's the thing, right? You don't want to feel like you've left anything on the table. There's no stone left unturned. I gave everything to the game that I possibly could. That, to me, is the biggest accomplishment.
What a feeling.
Yeah.
Now here's Beasley, following the shot by Alec Burks. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. Cephalosha against Beasley. Cephalosha passes to Ingles. Nice ball movement by Utah. Udo kicks to Exum. Caldwell-Pope against Burks. Stolen by Caldwell-Pope. To end the drought. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
All heart from Caldwell-Pope there, using every ounce of strength to muscle that shot in.
Exum finds Cephalosha. So here's Burks. He's covered by Ingram. Burks looking around. Lets the 3 fly. It's good from long range. Burks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Lakers trail by 9. It's Ingram on the wing. Zubac the pass to Ingram. Over Ingles. And the shot falls short this time.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Inside. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Ingles. Cephalosha up top, covered by Beasley. Burks kicks to Exum. The pass to Cephalosha. Now, here's Ingles. 5 to shoot, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And the Black Mamba nickname, one of the things that I think fans really embrace. They know you for that. How did that all come about?
Well, honestly, watching Kill Bill.
Oh, no kidding.
No kidding. It came straight from Tarantino. When I saw him, I thanked him for it.
Oh, I like that story.
Yep, came straight from there. I looked at it and said, wow, that's an interesting angle. Look it up.
It makes sense.
Makes complete sense.
Right? Yeah. And you like that nickname?
I did. It became my alter ego. Yeah. Right? So when I'm at home, I'm like a big teddy bear, man. I'm like a human jungle gym with my kids. But when I strap up my Mambas, I enter that zone. Right into that don't play around zone.
I like that zone.
Yeah.
Your opponents didn't like that zone. And the Lakers making a change here. Stevenson's checked in. Here's Burks. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
He's a regular at the free throw line. Burks knows how to put the onus on the officials.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86% from the line.
And he knocks down the first one.
The former University of Colorado alumni Burks, a solid two-guard who can really light it up.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Lakers trail by 11. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. His three-pointers off the mark. 1:21 left to play in the first quarter. Ingles kicks to Cephalosha. Passes it to Burks. Back to Cephalosha. And here is Ingles. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Now here's Beasley. The three. Rebounded by Cephalosha.
Not a big threat from out there. You see why the defense backed off a little.
Burks up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
O'Neal against Stevenson. Back to Rondo. Teardrop shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Rondo's got his first bucket of the night.
And that gentle release on Rondo's floater, when he's making these shots, the D is in trouble.
Burks against Caldwell Pope. Up top, Burks. He has 7. Kicks to Cephalosha. Three-pointer. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah Jazz. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back right after this. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Jazz enjoying a nice lead here.
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
You know, sometimes gambling gets you in trouble, but in that first quarter, it was just the opposite.
So on the floor for Utah, we've got Joe Ingles. O'Neal is out there with Favors. Then there's Udoh, and it's Burks in at the shooting guard position. Rondo against Ingles. Beasley kicks to Zubats. Nobody near Stevenson. It's rebounded by Udoh.
No one near him. That's one he's got to hit. One he usually hits.
And it's Rondo in the corner. Fires for 3. That fall. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. Rondo's got 5 now.
Rondo from outside? How about that?
And for those of us who have never played at this level, it must be a thrill to contend against the best in the world. Also with that comes a lot of pressure. How do you handle the balance between enjoying the game and the pressure that's on you in the game?
I've never felt pressure. I'm not really sure what that is. I mean, you'll have moments where you'll make game-winning shots, and it's fantastic.
Never nervous.
No. At times where you'll miss it, and then people won't like you very much. Mm-hmm. But then the next game, you hit a game winner, and everybody loves you. And then you miss the next one, and everybody don't like you again. right? So why would I stress out over quote-unquote pressure? It doesn't make any sense to me.
How about the responsibility to your teammates and to your own built-in pressures to perform like Kobe Bryant?
Even that, right? Even that. There'll be games where you make them and your teammates are thanking you for it. Times when you miss it and your teammates are like, dang, man, you got to do better, right? So it's ebbs and flows all the time. And internally, I just do what I practice. So there's no reason for me to be nervous or apprehensive because I've done this shot thousands and thousands and thousands of times. I just have to do it one more time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Zubats, and it's Josh Hart in for Caldwell Pope. And Michael Beasley picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Utah making a change here. Gobert's checked in. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Nice ball movement by Utah. Burks finds Favors. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3, and Burks is good for 3. 10 points for him.
That's where Burks has shown he can be efficient shooting the ball with the catch and release.
Here's Hart, covered by Mitchell. And with that, the Utah lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Hart.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. The Lakers second.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
First one falls for him. And some changes here for the Lakers. LeBron, he's checked in for Beasley. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Rajon Rondo. And Burks hits 2 free throws.
Another made free throw. He can get on these kinds of rolls. Great focus.
Lakers trail by 9. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. LeBron drives in and stolen by Favors. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, as we know, Rudy Gobert is a 7-footer with an aggressive mentality. He said some guys don't have pride, but I do. Sometimes too much. Quinn Snyder said he gets angry, which I like. Whatever kind of stereotypes Americans have about the French, they don't apply. Not to him anyway, guys.
Sacre bleu! Thank you, D.A. He is indeed a fiery competitor. Los Angeles calls timeout. Without question, Alec Burks displaying his skills today.
Yeah, they're going to have to talk about this. They got to find a way to get the ball out of his hands.
Crowder, he's checked in for O'Neal.
And checking out the numbers for Lonzo Ball, this last month he has been a real positive for this team. He's averaging 11 points a game, almost 2.5 steals, and 5 assists. And you love his anticipation, all those steals. He's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
I mean, high-level feel for the game allows him to gamble with a purpose. Does he get burned once in a while? Sure, but not as often as he guesses right.
Here's Hart. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
And don't let his defensive work get passed over. With all his steals, he was just as valuable on D as he was at the other end.
Now, here's Burks. Mitchell right side. Back to Burks. Favors in the post. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Favors got his second basket of the game.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Now Crowder, following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. Burks kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Gobert. Shoots from 12, and he overshot that one, missing.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The drive by Mitchell. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Hart. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Here's LeBron. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
When it comes to scoring the ball, anything you want, LeBron can do.
Burks, the pass to Mitchell. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Mitchell's got 14 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
LeBron kicks to Hart. Back to James. The 3. He can't get that one. And Utah the other way now. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Mitchell outside. Back to Burks. It's rebounded by Stevenson. Lakers trail by 15. Fires it up. Here's McGee. Unable to get that one. Gobert with the defensive effort. Stevenson against Crowder. Lobbed up there for Mitchell. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Ball. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
He has the entire arsenal when it comes to handling the rock, cutting through the D like butter. I love Ball when he's aggressive to attack.
Now here's Gobert. He averages about 5 points a game. To the paint, deflects the pass, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
You know, I love the effort just to get a hand in there. He is disrupting the offensive flow.
And the Lakers making a change here. Ingram's checked in. Exum, he's checked in for Utah. Mitchell kicks to Crowder. Clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Crowder's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Lakers trail by 16.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Utah. And here we can check out the breakdown of rebounds tonight between the front court and the back court for Los Angeles.
I'll tell you what, their guards have certainly pulled their weight on the glass, helping the big secure it. It's something that coaches harp on all the time. Team rebounding has certainly been one of the positives here tonight.
Here's Hart. He kicks it to LeBron. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Sefolosha.
And let's check out stats for James. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 6th in three-point field goal percentage, 8th in scoring, and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And back to his efficiency from 3, as you said, he's top 10 in the league. Defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really to no avail. Here's the Jazz with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. No good on that one, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Ball. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. McGee up top. Ingram against Crowder. Shoots from 12. That's tipped. And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for Utah. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Dishes it to Mitchell. Three-pointer. The Lakers with the rebound. McGee's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Lakers working the ball around now. That one drops for him. Ball's got 4 this quarter.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
Now here is Cephalosha, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Mitchell. Gobert. It's good on the putback. And the Jazz lead by 16.
See, this is where the better conditioning comes in. Rudy Gobert able to stay active.
Pass to Cephalosha. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Cephalosha's got 6. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Hart kicks to James. Over Cephalosha. Rebound, Utah.
And I'll tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough making shots.
Now the pass to Crowder. Exum dishes to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. And that comes off the assist by Exum. He's got 16.
Already with a bullseye on his back, Donovan Mitchell reacts to the defense, and he scores.
LeBron kicks to Hart. Back to James. Ingram with it. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Cleveland. Releases. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Lakers. Zubac is checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Hart. Utah also making some changes. Udo's checked in for Rudy Gobert. O'Neal comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Joe Ingles in for Donovan Mitchell. Exum kicks to Udo. Shoots over Ingram. Back to Exum. Shoots over Ingram. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Sunday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic. Then on Tuesday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets.
And for that matchup with the Mavericks, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Ball kicks to Zubac. Looking for Kuzma. He gets it there. And it's good for 2. Kuzma's got 7 points.
Boy, he reads the defense well. Makes a nice adjustment. Very dependable.
Well, Kobe, I have to say it's been a real pleasure having you stop by our booth and spending some time with us for this game. Thanks again for coming by. I hope we can do it again.
We will, man. It's been a blast.
There he is, folks, the great Kobe Bryant. Well, Smitty, with Kobe stopping by the booth, you think back to some of the great moments of his career. Do you recall the first time you ever went up against him on the floor?
I do. I remember his rookie year. He didn't play a lot of minutes, but you could tell he was a special talent. He was a total package, and I was looking forward to see his career develop.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. And Los Angeles with some changes. Beasley comes in for Ivica Zubac. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Exum passes to Udo. Cephalosha kicks to Udo. Back to Cephalosha. There's the dish to O'Neal. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots it. Misses off the left iron.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
They get the rebound.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Jazz out in front, up 19. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, we're trying to defend, and we've been a little bit fortunate too. They missed some shots, but more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel you. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Donovan Mitchell was on fire in the first half. He had 16 points and 1 rebound. He's been playing extremely well lately and making some new highlights for us already in this one. And Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
In terms of their offensive performance, that was a very well-played half of basketball. Good ball movement off the ball, hard screens being set, and they found the guy for the open look. That's how they were able to shoot such a tremendous percentage from the field. With that fluid, efficient offense, they'll be tough to catch in the second half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
Steve, more and more we hear about players wanting to be traded. The information comes out publicly, whether they leak it or their agent leaks it. Is this a new development, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think because of social media, Kevin, right now, everybody hears a little bit, and even if it's true or not true, it gets spread like wildfire, and it can reach so many different people because of social media quickly, and I think that's the problem we're having right now. It's, social media can be a plus, but it also can be a negative.
That's a good observation. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. Ball out there with Hart, and it's James in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Laker 5. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Back to Ball. Passes it to McGee. Kicks it to Ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Ball's got 7 points.
And if you're the D, you can't let Ball have that kind of room to shoot the basketball, especially from the mid-range area where he has proven to be so efficient.
Now here's Crowder. Mitchell outside. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Lakers ball.
Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. The Lakers second.
It's an entertaining style of play. And look, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
James finds McGee. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. He gets that one.
You've got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Here's Favors, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And, Steve, you'll remember Favors had that impressive rookie season, but he's been somewhat up and down since.
He's kind of an old-school power forward. Might have been an all-star 20 years ago, but nowadays the best forwards can shoot from range and can defend on the perimeter.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. The Lakers with LeBron wasted no time trying to surround him with free agent signings, Greg, to help round out the supporting cast.
Names came in rapid succession after LeBron committed. Caldwell Pope, Rondo, Stevenson all joined in short order. We'll see how far this team goes, but you cannot deny how interesting things have gotten with this roster.
And so he hits both. And for so long, it seems Derek Favors had played in a crowded front court, but still can get the job done.
And Favors has shown his versatility and impact in spot minutes his whole career. Every team can use a player like Favors. He just eats up space inside and can play that tough D. Offensively, I think he'd like to get back to where he was around 2015, and hopefully he'll find the chances to do so.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players, and the front office seemed slow to come to his defense. Now, Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016, and you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach if they can't start winning more regularly. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Here's Exum following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Mitchell. Averaging about 26 points per, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
You know what? Everything is coming so easy for him right now, operating on the highest level.
Timeout called the Lakers.
The Utah Jazz, their offense, they can go at you from several angles. They have a lot of shot creators and a lot of guys that can put it on the floor. Solid shooting, and they don't get sped up on the offensive end.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for McGee. 8th in blocks, and don't forget top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Now, Gobert, following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. Mitchell against Kuzma. Mitchell kicks to Favors. Over Hart. And Favors gets it to go in on the assist by Mitchell. 8 points for Derek Favors. And Smitty, with the Jazz offense, they are looking for that corner 3.
Yes, indeed. They took advantage of that last season. They took the most corner threes in the league, and they had the 3rd highest percentage from there.
And textbook. I mean, that move to the lane, you got to tip your hat on that one.
Well said, Greg. And Clark with some major elevation on the slam. Now, here's Mitchell. 18 points for him. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Lakers trail by 21. James, the pass to Hart. He kicks the ball. Back to Hart. Feeds it to LeBron. Over Favors. LeBron, no good.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Now Kuzma, following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. Pass to Exum. With the floater, and the layup is up and in.
And with those long arms, it's very difficult to defend Dante Exum when he's taking it to the bucket.
Down low, here's McGee. They get it back, pass to Kuzma, and Hart has it in the corner. The shot misses. Great D that time from Favors. Jazz leading by 23. Exum kicks to Gobert. And there's the pass to Mitchell. Over Hart. Favors inside. He's against Kuzma. Mitchell left side. That's a 2 from Crowder. Will not go. This is off the front iron. James, that's a 2-pointer. Makes good on the step-back jumper. James has got 4 points this quarter.
LeBron is having himself a game. Staying aggressive, playing with a lot of force.
Exum kicks to Gobert. He dishes it to Mitchell. Passes it to Favors. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Exum. Kuzma pulls it in. Lakers trail by 21. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Now, here's Exum. Mitchell outside. Back to Gobert. On the wing, Mitchell. They double him with LeBron. From deep. Here's Favors. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Beasley's checked in for JaVale McGee. Ingram comes in for LeBron. Lance Stevenson's checked in for Josh Hart. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Ball. Utah also making some changes. Joe Ingles comes in for Jay Crowder, and it's Burks in for Exum. Lakers have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Ingram. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
Now here's Favors. He's got 8. Off target on the 15-footer. Rondo with a clean look. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for Utah. And Gobert kicks to Burks. Gobert the pass to Ingles. The Jazz with another miss. Lakers trail by 17. And stolen by Favors. Inside. Back to Mitchell. Ingram comes with the double team. Beasley with the steal. Pass to Stevenson. The feed to Ingram. Over Favors, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Ingram's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. Smitty, you had an unbelievable career. Was there any chance or opportunity that you did not take that you wish you had?
You know, Kevin, it's 3 of them. One, I had a chance to be traded to the New York Knicks. I always wondered what it would be like to play in New York. They call that the Mecca. I didn't take that chance. I think second was to get a chance to play overseas at the end of my career. I think those are the 2 things that I wish I had a chance to go back. I would make different choices.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. To the paint. And Kuzma gets it to go on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists in the game. Utah leading by 13. Burks dishes to Udo. Ingles kicks to Cephalosha. No good again that time. The Lakers have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Rondo finds Caldwell-Pope to the inside and stolen by Cephalosha. Burks the pass to Udo. O'Neal against Rondo. Pass to Ingles. At the elbow, it's Udoh. Tipped away. Ingram against O'Neal. Here's Rondo. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. Fires the three. Rebound, Utah.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Baseline J on the way. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. O'Neal's got 5 now.
Using his height advantage, he gets a clean look from the mid-range.
Rondo against Burks. Rondo kicks to Ingram. Outside for Caldwell Pope. O'Neal with it. He's picked up by Rondo. The wide open look here for Ingles. A quick shot there, and it's off target. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Jazz leading by 13. Burks finds Cephalosha. Rondo against O'Neal. Shot clock at 5. The shot. Jump shot is good that time. O'Neal's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. 1:06 left in the 3rd. Rondo passes to Caldwell Pope. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And Caldwell Pope, the Georgia product, when he's on the floor, it's for his defense. Can give you a handful of points, but what he takes away with defense is far more significant. One of the better perimeter defenders since entering the league.
One shot.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Burks kicks to Cephalosha. Ingles passes to O'Neal. Shoots. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here are the Lakers. They're on a 17-6 run. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lets it go from deep. Good on the three-point shot. Rondo's got it back down to within single digits for Los Angeles. Burks against Caldwell Pope. Now Burks, 14 points for him. On the wing, Ingles, 6 to shoot. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. O'Neal's got 6 points in the quarter. And so it's the Utah Jazz. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Jazz leading by 11. So on the floor for Utah, O'Neal is out there with Cephalosha. and it's Joe Ingles. Then there's Alec Burks, and it's Udoh in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here is O'Neal with some arc, and he lays it up and in. O'Neal's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Utah. Lakers shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. And here's Rondo. Back to Ingram. Got a piece of it. Stolen by O'Neal. Down low. Here's Cephalosha. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Jazz lead by 15.
You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
Rondo dishes to Ingram. There's the pass to Kuzma. O'Neal against Ingram. Right through the D for the layup.
After putting up zeros in the first half, he is making up for it big time now.
Utah calls timeout. Well, Steve, talk about leadership. Some guys are extremely vocal. Name some guys that prefer to lead by example, that aren't all talk, but watch what I do.
Yeah, I think it comes out, I would say the first in mind, because he's never vocal, is Kawhi Leonard. Obviously, his play, he leads by example. I think Anthony Davis is another guy that stands out for me. I even look at Kevin Durant. I don't see him as a vocal leader, but I think his game and the way he leads his teams by example is one of those guys that can be leaders, but they can be leaders without being extremely vocal.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. He told them the lead we've got is good, but we can be better. Take it to them. Stay on the accelerator. Looks like he wants them to keep pushing it, guys.
Thank you, David. Three-pointer, Crowder, and that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 3 assists tonight.
A tall guard who can see over the defense. Exum with no trouble locating the open teammate.
Now, here's Kuzma. He feeds it to Ingram.
The former Blue Devil, Brandon Ingram, was taken second overall back in 16. Was deemed as untouchable by his front office as they rebuilt the roster. He's a big part of what the Lakers want to do over the next few years.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
James checked in for the Lakers. Ball comes in for Rajon Rondo. And Utah with a change here, too. Gobert, he's checked in for Udoh. And he makes both free throws. And so it's Exum with it. They'll bring it up for Utah. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Crowder feeling it out a bit. To the middle, stolen by McGee. Here's LeBron, and the Lakers get it back. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. They continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings. Then on Monday, they'll head back home to host the Indiana Pacers.
And looking at that Nets matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Ingram with the steal, and it's the Lakers on the break. The putback, and there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Utah. Favors comes in for Cephalosha, and Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Joe Ingles. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Teardrop shot, McGee, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Feeds to Favors. Dishes to Crowder. On the wing, Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And it was Magic Johnson, Greg, who said Ingram is untouchable. Also feels Ingram can be an elite scorer.
Yeah, I mean, Ingram certainly has the makeup and skills to be a first option on offense. And when he heard of how highly Magic thought of him, it made Ingram want to work even harder. You can certainly see the huge leaps he's made as a scorer since Magic kind of gave him that vote of confidence.
And he makes the first. Well, Greg, you knew that the Laker front office and Magic were going to do everything they could to bring in big-name free agents, and they succeeded. They got the biggest name of them all in LeBron.
LeBron coming to L.A. completely shifts the mindset of this organization. Team was very busy the rest of the free agent period as well. Still made very aggressive plays as this is a team that is looking to win now.
And Greg, right out of the gate, Donovan Mitchell seemed like a veteran more than a rookie.
I mean, his professionalism was one of the first things Ricky Rubio noticed about Mitchell. Father played minor league baseball, knows what it takes to succeed in professional sports. And you can just see it in his approach to practice and his commitment to improving his game. Mitchell was already the surprise of that 2017 draft, and I don't think there's any question he's destined to be a star.
Count the basket. Mitchell's got 22 points.
It's hard to stop Donovan Mitchell from getting to his spot. The guy has everything on the offensive end.
James finds McGee. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
James, the pass to Ingram.
And that's just a careless play and part of the reason right now they're trailing.
McGee with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. Now, here's Exum. He's covered by Ball. Mitchell outside. Just 5 to shoot. And that one, good. 24 points for him.
They are at their best when Mitchell pushes the action. His aggressiveness raises the level of this team.
Ball kicks to McGee. And the basket is good.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Now, here's Mitchell. Now here's Gobert. Here's Exum. Got a piece of it. James looking around. It's stolen by Gobert. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Mitchell passes to Exum. They get a hand on it. Mitchell dishes to Exum. Buries it down low. And the Jazz lead by 18.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time.
And that one's good. Ingram.
I don't know what coach told him at halftime, but he is shooting the lights out right now.
Here's Exum. Outside Crowder. Back to Exum. Lays it up off the glass.
Dante Exum is a truly talented player, taking care of business down inside.
LeBron against Crowder. James in the post, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Derek Favors.
Shooting for Los Angeles.
LeBron signing a 4-year deal with the Lakers. Greg, many speculated it might happen, but it was still a shock to many.
It makes sense from LeBron's standpoint. Son plays in L.A. for high school. LeBron has a lot of business interests as well. And also what's interesting is that when LeBron's contract ends, his son could potentially be coming into the NBA as a rookie.
Free throw good, James.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And both free throws good for LeBron.
Well, the big story in the offseason was LeBron's free agency. You knew that there would be a ton of rumors flying around about where he might end up. Honestly, I'm sure he's glad it's over with and can once again focus on the court.
Now, here's Mitchell. They double him with LeBron. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
That's a jump ball.
Utah with the ball. Favors passes to Mitchell. To the paint. And slam dunk by Gobert.
With that 7'8" wingspan, anytime Gobert gets the ball near the rim, this is what you expect.
And for LeBron, it's really about the media circus, Greg, that surrounds him when he's a free agent.
And boy, it's hard because his free agency is the story in the NBA. Honestly, maybe the story in sports. The decision he made with this team completely shaped and shifted the outlook of the entire league. All other free agents and teams were just waiting to see what he'd do before the dominoes start to fall.
First one falls for him. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Brandon Ingram. And so he makes both from the line. Well, Steve, you look at the core of this Jazz team, Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, still very, very young.
Mitchell, obviously the youngest, but the Jazz have a good amount of players just entering their prime. Their front office has done a great job of identifying talent in the draft and developing it.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
James with it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, last season, a tough one for Crowder. Was moved from Boston to Cleveland and then moved again over to Utah at the deadline. Also struggled mightily with his shot and just had a down year.
Two.
And he makes the first. And with Crowder, his struggles were part of why Cleveland gave up on him so easily.
And you wonder who the real Jay Crowder is, the one we saw in Cleveland or the one we saw in Boston. My guess is somewhere in the middle. I think his defense should pick back up, and we know that he can be a better scorer than he has shown the last calendar year.
And both free throws good for LeBron.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Now, here's Exum. He's covered by Ball. Now Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. Softly drops in the floater. Mitchell's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Terrific job in the screen and roll. Mitchell creates, whether it be for others or for himself.
Here's Ball. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
And Favors kicks to Mitchell. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got his 5th rebound in this one. James against Crowder. Hart the pass to Ball. Softly drops in the floater.
And how clever is this guy? I mean, just no fear going with the soft, high-arcing floater.
Now, here's Exum. Tight defense on him. Count it. And the Jazz lead by 16.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
No one near James as he lets it go. Off target from outside.
The defense fortunate there. He's a guy you hate to leave wide open.
Mitchell kicks to Favors. Nice ball movement by Utah. Mitchell outside. The floater. McGee with the block. And they get it back. Lakers trail by 16. Ball dishes to James. Inside. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Exum finds Favors. Mitchell outside. Back to Gobert. Passes it to Exum. McGee against Gobert. Just 5 on the clock. From about 19 feet. And it's Mitchell missing.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
And James with the basket on the assist by Ball. LeBron's got 7 points here in this quarter.
As great as LeBron is, he never stops working, knocking them down from distance.
With some arc, it's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Hart.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Utah has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Mitchell left side. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw line. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the Lakers.
Brandon Ingram.
Time running out for the Lakers. .121 left to play in the final quarter. Again, the Lakers.
And you have to love seeing Ingram knock down the mid-range J, a lethal scorer who nails these shots with consistency.
Now, here's Mitchell. Outside Crowder. Pass to Favors. Back to Gobert. Now, here's Exum. He's covered by Ball. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Now, here's Mitchell. The kick out to Crowder. Fires from deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
And unfortunately, it's time for them to say night-night.
There's some big-time teaching moments tonight. Hopefully, they become a better team for it.
And here's Exum. And so it's Utah with the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum. Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
I think it's just staying in the defensive end. Sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time